Shaquille O'Neal responds to NBA gambling arrests. I'm embarrassed and ashamed. The NBA world has been rocked by a stunning scandal, and one of the game's biggest legends, Shaquille O'Neal, isn't holding back. During Thursday's episode of Inside the NBA, the four-time NBA champion addressed the shocking news that multiple NBA figures, including Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier, were arrested in connection with illegal sports betting and game-fixing schemes. With visible frustration, O'Neal called the revelations embarrassing and disgraceful, saying that those involved have tarnished the image of the league he helped build. I'm ashamed that those guys would put their families and their careers in jeopardy, O'Neal said. There's an old saying in the hood, all money ain't good money. If you're making $9 million and still trying to do shady stuff, how much more do you need? The Hall of Famer went on to condemn the greed and recklessness that led to the arrests, warning that the damage done to reputations and careers could be irreversible. You can lose everything, your career, your freedom, your family's respect, and for what? They dropped the ball. The scandal that shook the league. According to federal investigators, over 30 individuals, including several former and current NBA names, have been taken into custody following a months-long probe into illegal sports gambling rings with alleged connections to organized crime. The indictment centers around a sprawling network that reportedly involved both high-stakes poker games and manipulated betting information tied to NBA contests. Chauncey Billups, the current Portland Trail Blazers head coach, and Damon Jones, a former Cleveland Cavaliers player and assistant coach, are accused of working with mafia-linked operators to manipulate poker outcomes in favor of mob associates. Prosecutors allege the two acted as celebrity faces, drawing wealthy participants into rigged games designed to siphon money from victims. In exchange, the indictment claims, the athletes received a percentage of the winnings, essentially profiting off a scheme that defrauded high-rolling investors under the guise of friendly competition. Terry Rozier, now with the Miami Heat, faces a different accusation. Federal prosecutors allege that Rozier provided insider information about an injury he suffered in March 2023, allowing associates to place large bets on his underperformance totals, knowing he would exit the game early. That inside tip, investigators say, generated tens of thousands of dollars in illegal winnings. The NBA's swift response following the arrests, the NBA acted quickly. Both Rozier and Billups have been placed on administrative leave, pending further investigation. Jones, no longer employed by any NBA organization, remains in federal custody. League officials confirmed that they are fully cooperating with authorities as the case unfolds. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver addressed the scandal publicly for the first time during Friday night's broadcast of the Celtics-Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. My initial reaction was that I was deeply disturbed, Silver told Amazon Prime reporter Cassidy Hubbarth. There's nothing more important to the league and its fans than the integrity of the competition. I had a pit in my stomach, it was very upsetting. Silver emphasized that protecting the league's reputation and ensuring fair play remains the NBA's top priority. A dark moment for the NBA. For fans, the news feels like a gut punch, especially given how seriously the NBA has taken gambling-related policies in recent years. Since the legalization of sports betting across several states, the league has tightened its rules, warning players and staff against any form of wagering on NBA events. The revelation that veteran figures like Billups and Rozier may have violated those rules, and allegedly collaborated with criminal elements, has left many in disbelief. Shaquille O'Neal, a towering figure both literally and symbolically, captured that sentiment best. When you play this game, you represent something bigger than yourself, your family, your community, and the entire league, O'Neal said. To throw all that away for fast money? It's heartbreaking. The scandal has already prompted questions about how deep the problem runs, and whether additional names could soon emerge as the investigation widens. For now, the NBA is bracing for fallout. What began as whispers of suspicious betting patterns has now exploded into one of the most damaging scandals in modern NBA history, one that threatens the trust between players, fans, and the game itself. As Shaq put it bluntly, this is more than just a rule violation. You don't just mess with the game, he said. You mess with the culture, with everything we built.